Hey, mum and dad, why are people reluctant to go into therapy?
You can start this one.
Yeah, I think there's many reasons why people are reluctant to go into therapy, and I would say first and primarily is the fear. It's the unknown again, and quite often as humans, we fear what we don't know. And even though, like in the States, in America, therapy is treated very much like going to see your doctor or going to see your dentist. It's something you just do on a regular basis. We haven't yet got to that kind of situation here in the UK. I think people fear it because they don't know it. They fear it because they hear from other people that it hasn't worked, and therefore they think, well, why do I want to do that? The other reason is that obviously it's very difficult to get on the NHS or through your GP, and it can be expensive. Therapists, psychotherapists, they train for many, many years, and therefore they do charge their services, and that can sometimes be a barrier to people seeking therapy. What else do you think?
Yeah, but that's often used as an excuse
Yeah,
because we have clients who say, "Oh, it's too expensive," and yet they turn up in a Porsche. And so we have
that's
to,
true.
we have to make. We
Yeah,
all have a choice. I mean,
yeah.
many people that say, "Oh, it's too expensive," they'll go and spend many thousands of dollars on a
Mm,
holiday, and that money could be used for
mm,
therapy. And I think the problem is that it's very difficult to judge the value you're getting from
yeah,
therapy because it takes so long and it's so
yeah.
slow to see
And
change.
that's another, I think that's another barrier,
Yeah.
is that it does take a long time. As I think we did another TikTok on, there's no quick fix. And I think, people often start therapy and think, well, how long am I going to be in this for? And if it's going to be like a year or 2 years, then they're busy adding up the cost and thinking, oh gosh, this is going to cost a lot of money. And yeah, unfortunately it does, but it's about looking at the benefit that can give to a person for the longer part of their life, for the remaining of their life. If
And I,
they
and,
can,
and and I think there's a deeper reason as well. And so much of how we operate, we believe, is
mm,
unconscious. We're
yeah,
not even aware. And I think our egos, which is
yeah,
part
get
of
in the
our
way.
personality, fears
Mm,
change. It
yeah,
fears going into the
mm,
feelings of that therapy might bring up.
mm,
And many of us have shut off our feelings, our
mm,
emotions, especially the feelings or the emotions of grief,
mm,
anger and sadness. And none of us want to go into the pain of grieving.
yeah,
And yet the work of therapy is to
yeah,
grieve all the things that we didn't get, all the unmet
mm,
needs that we had as
mm,
children, and not just us as children, what we carry also
mm,
within our DNA and
yeah,
within our psyche from our ancestors, the transgenerational
mm,
trauma. And for me, that was a huge part of my own work
yeah,
in having to do, my father, who's a Holocaust survivor, in having to heal the trauma that he was unable to do
mm,
because just for circumstance.
mm,
So many reasons
yeah,
why people fear therapy. However, for both of us, I think it's the biggest gift that we gave
yes,
ourselves.
oh, for
And
sure,
yeah,
for sure.
and hopefully also for our children, for you and your sister, in that we're hoping we're breaking the chain
Mm.
of that transgenerational trauma so we don't carry on the craziness and pass that on to our kids, which is sadly endemic in the world that we live in.
And also breaking the stigma that therapy is okay.
Yeah,
you know it's okay if you're not managing. It's okay to reach out for help,
especially for men.
especially for men.
Yeah,
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 but and for women as well.
Anyway, we've waffled long
We
enough.
have.
So put your comments down in the comments section. Love to hear what you think
Yeah,
as well. And check out all our other TikToks and all things relational and all things therapy and YouTube and Instagram.
yeah.